Welcome, everybody, to this Sisters of the Rose gathering. Thank you for being here live and or watching us on the replay. I'm Elohi Magdalena Rosa, and I'm here with two beloved Rose sisters. Pamela, if you want to introduce yourself.
Good evening. Yes, my name is Pamela Jane Gerrand. My spiritual name is Elohi Maria Rosa, and it's wonderful to be here with you this Tuesday evening, or if it's morning or afternoon in your part of the world. We welcome you.
And we have a special Rose sister guest here, Aswani, if you want to say hello.
Hello, I'm Aswani. Lovely to be here with you ladies.
Oh, it's good to
Wonderful.
have you.
Yes, thank you. So I think we're going to start with Pamela doing a little bit of grounding for us all, especially with all the energies that are happening right now in the collective. So Pamela, if you want to move us into that.
Yes. Feeling called as we gather this evening. January 23rd, and we are just a few days away from the full wolf moon, the full cold moon. And the energies are asking us to focus on our hearts and our emotional centers. So if you're just joining us now, I invite you to close your eyes. Begin to breathe deeply into your belly. A slow cleansing breath. And allowing all of the tasks and the to-dos of today just to melt away as we come here now to be present together, to enter into a conversation about the energies that we are all experiencing on the planet at this moment, and to enter the sacred garden of the rose. We, as the family of the Christed family, the Magdalene sisters, welcome you now to drop any of the heaviness of any burdens you may have been carrying, any hustle and bustle, anything that you have been dealing with today or this week. We lovingly invite you to take your seat and relax into this divine moment with your heart open to receive, allowing any tension in your shoulders or your neck to be released, and breathing now as though you were drinking in a golden light from above your head. Breathing in a golden shower of radiant light down through the top of your head, down through your throat, into your heart, your solar plexus, into your belly, down into your sacral center and into your root, allowing that energy to swirl in the pelvic bowl as it releases down through your root chakra, down into the rich and welcoming darkness of Mother Earth. Allow your mind to soften and give way. And allow yourself to open the channel that runs up your spine and out the top of your head, welcoming the energy to connect you to your higher self, to your guides. We welcome in the angels, the archangels, Archangel of the Most High. Bring your sword of mercy, truth, and justice. Clear away anything binding us now, in this now moment, to any constriction, lower density emotions, any physical tension, any mental strain. Shower us in your turquoise blue light, the radiant sapphire light of your strength and protection, inviting us to receive the divinity of our guides and teachers, the ones who are here to lead us on this beautiful life journey. Feel yourself become deeply relaxed and receptive, feeling a warming from the tips of your toes, traveling all the way up through the soles of your feet, now through your legs, your thighs, past your hips again, swirling through your pelvic bowl into your womb wisdom, past your sacral center, your solar plexus, your divine I am. And allowing the energy to register in your heart. Feel how expansive your heart center is and all that it contains. Feel all of the ways that you move through this world with your heart as the guide, as your rudder and your sail, the compass, your true north, opening to your intuition, your inspiration, to the loving kindness of the earth angel that you are. For here in the garden, the rose garden, we are here to unfold our soul's purpose, to understand that we are here to water and fertilize and bring to life all the many aspects that are unique to our soul. And to trust, to deeply trust that we are held through all of the moments of chaos and turbulence and change. So breathe into that place of trust and faith and knowing that if you are hearing this now, in this now moment or later on the replay, you are held in this embrace of the Rose Sisters, where we welcome you exactly as you are in this now moment. That your deepest dreams be revealed, and that we may walk with you hand in hand to guide you to the fulfillment of your own beautiful blossoming. Thank you for being with us this evening.
Thank you, my sister. I think we all needed that. Beautiful. So let's talk a little bit about some of the energies that are happening, and also wishing all of you a happy new year as we have moved from 2023 into 2024, which in numerology is an 8-year, a year of abundance and leadership, and all these astrological movements that are happening to support us. I feel 2024 is a year of transition as we let go of the old ways of being and step into the new ways of being. And I feel this this rose energy frequency is part of what is really birthing to help us into this new era, this new way of being centered in the heart. Pluto just moved from Capricorn into Aquarius, and when I think of that, and I am a Pisces, feeling, all the energies very deeply, and the energies of Saturn, of really moving through this deep transition. Pluto has energies of death and rebirth, and Aquarius, I think a lot of, freedom associated with Aquarius, and freedom of thinking, and freedom, to be yourself, to be who you came here to be. And so I am grateful for all the movements and all of the amazing spiritual guides that are, the veils are really becoming thinner and thinner, and we have access to more energy and guides and different beings of light to support us on this journey. Mm-hmm. So grateful to be here with all of you, and for me, really feeling this transition that I am going through as I let go of an old part of my life and step into a new. Grateful to be here with my sisters.
Mm. Yes. Big changes rumbling in. Mm-hmm. And good ones, as we let ourselves evolve. So, Aswani,
Yes.
what is new in your world?
Oh, I will say this year has brought a lot of abundance that I have been praying for, visualizing for a long time. And I feel that everything really ended in 2023 with such a bang, honestly. It was just one thing after another manifesting into my life, recently moving, um, you know, relationships I was unsure of just ending naturally and amicably, situations I was in, even mindset patterns. I noticed such a tremendous shift from the end of 2023 into 2024. It's just been a tremendous, tremendous shift for me personally, and I feel on a collective level. Many people I speak to, my close loved ones, it's the same for them. A lot of blessings just coming into fruition.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Of course.
Well, we so enjoyed having you at our Sedona retreat in April of 2023.
Yeah.
There were 13 of us gathered in Sedona, and Aswani, you really stood out to me as someone, I watched you come in at the beginning of the retreat, a bit in observer mode and really full of your curiosity and grace and humor. You brought so much humor to us. And I would say that I would give you, the gold star for the most expanded in 5 days. Just watched you unfold and unfold and unfold and come into your own. And, within a few days, your insights and the energy that you brought, you really do sit in this place of incredible wisdom. You are a wisdom keeper, my sister. And you brought everyone into a place of really that authentic sisterhood through your sharing. And my favorite thing was you always talking about wanting to take us with you in your pocket by your heart, which I keep thinking of.
By the way, I will always want to put you both in my pocket.
Yeah.
No.
So beautiful.
Yeah, so for, we're gathered here to also, talk about the retreat upcoming in Costa Rica. But for those who, maybe haven't been to a retreat like this,
Mhm.
Aswani, can you talk a little bit about your experience? And, I'll ask a couple of follow up questions. But, what stands out for you for, for somebody who may have not know what to expect? Like what would you share about your
Sure.
experience?
Well, firstly, thank you, my sister, for those sweet words you said about me in the last retreat. I really appreciated being there. It was life-changing for me. It was my first, I would say, real sister retreat. And the love that I felt, I couldn't really put it into words exactly. So I'm going to try my best. You know, I'm looking forward to the upcoming retreat. The one in Sedona was um, very fulfilling for me at that point in my life, and just the sisterhood that I felt from the first day, the first conversations with all the lovely women that attended, and just the laughter, the love. I would say one of my favorite things was always the hugs and the way we would embrace each other. And you would always both say heart to heart, soul to soul, and that just stuck with me the entire time. Um, and I feel that for someone coming into this, it was exactly how Pamela described for me. I think at first I was a little apprehensive. My ego may have been coming through. My little girl was a little scared. It was definitely a new experience. I feel that shifting into adulthood, a lot of that courage I used to have as a little girl, as far as public speaking or just showing face to the public, due to certain life situations, I really kept myself in a shadow for a long time. And so arriving to Sedona, I mean, just seeing the mountains, first of all, was wow. You have to be there to understand the feeling. Just seeing the beautiful scenery, feeling the energy. The energy was so profound from the moment we arrived. The road trip itself was great. Just, going into Sedona. And so I would say for anyone coming into this, to go in with an open heart and an open mind, to try their best to leave the fears, to not have any expectation, because it's all going to unfold how spirit intends, and we're each going to have our own experiences. I'm sure all of us may have had similar moments and felt similar things energetically, but I'm sure for each of us it was such a profound individual experience. So that's definitely my biggest piece of advice, is to just try to come in with an open heart and open mind, and trust that if you're there, you were meant to be there. Because that's how it was for me. I really went with the intentions of assisting in any way I could, be of service in any way I can, and I came out of it receiving so much more than I felt I could give. It was truly beautiful, and both of you together, to me, it's like being in the presence of earth angels. And I could only hope that more women can experience the love and the inspiration, the joy, the laughter, just all the goodness that comes through. And there are some dark moments that we had to shift through, some things that came up for all of us, but you always helped me feel safe, and I'm sure all the women that were there could agree. It was such a safe and loving and just beautiful environment that I felt free to be myself. So thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. What would you say was your biggest breakthrough, Aswani?
Um, I would say, and if you ladies can help me, I believe it was uh, the last transmission that we did together, or it could have been the second when we all laid down
Mm.
and you both worked on us. That was very profound for me because a lot of emotion came through my body and I was shaking, I was screaming, and I just allowed myself to cry, to scream, to yell, to let out any of the energy that was just stagnant in my body. And I felt so safe. And then to experience it from the outside and to hold space in the way that we did for each other, I it brings tears to my eyes. I mean, I've never been held that way um, by such a wonderful group of beings, of women, of sisters, and I felt so protected in that moment and safe. And I think it definitely reflected outwardly because I felt it with all of us who laid down and just received.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's when we were, I think, working on the heart center where
Right.
everyone got,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you.
And just to clarify for people that are listening, to bring, for those that are wondering, during some of these workshops, as Aswani was describing, you're invited to lay down, to receive, and it's a group transmission meditation. This one was focused on the heart. We use a variety of instruments and our voices, and Elohi and I really tune in to the moment, the day, and we had specific transmissions that we were bringing through. And I love what you said, Aswani, about feeling so safe just to release through your voice. There's vibrations that come through the body. As the shaking medicine is very powerful for releasing trauma and emotions that are stored and locked in the body and the fascia. And there really is something so profound about the spiritual midwifery of being invited to trust and to use your voice as an outlet to release. And it's not as crazy as it sounds, right, gals? And yet it is beautifully.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's thanks, Pamela, of setting some context. You know, both Pamela and I channel, and so there were many different beings that were present. I mean, Mary Magdalene kicked us off in the cacao ceremony that we had, and then we went into very shamanic energy. So you could feel the presence of medicine women and medicine men in the room with us and animal spirits. And then we went into the heart. And then on the last day, Isis came in and we did some ceremony again. What a sisterhood to witness. I mean, as a facilitator and witnessing the love in the room. I mean, I'm never going to forget that. It was so amazing to witness how everyone, many of who didn't know each other that well, right, of really deepening into that sisterhood in such a quick time frame. It was beautiful.
It is
It was.
amazing. And as we're talking about the energies right now relating to the retreat in Sedona and the upcoming retreat, which for people that are listening, we are referring to our upcoming retreat in Costa Rica at Mystica Lodge that will be held April 20th to 27th. And Elohi, will there be a link to the We Travel?
Yes, it's underneath the video.
Perfect. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there we have a link to our We Travel page with all of the beautiful accommodation options, the itinerary, and what will be unfolding at that retreat, because this will be our third Sisters of the Rose retreat that Elohi and I have co-led together. The first one was in Ontario in October of 2022, correct? Yes, and then April last year in 2023, and really building on this return home. I feel like we come together to awaken this knowledge and these gifts that we've carried within us for lifetimes. And, I was reading something today I love this gentleman, Nicky Hammond. I think he lives in New Zealand, and he looks like Santa Claus. He's got a big white beard, and he's got the most beautiful heart. And everything that Nikki writes just goes straight like an arrow right into your heart. And you go, oh, yes, I want to feel more of that, or I get that, or that's the answer I was looking for. And today he was writing about, how brave we were to come here, to incarnate at this time, agreeing to forget who we truly are, agreeing to have this amnesia, and to feel separate, doubt ourselves, feel all of these, have these fear thoughts that arise, all of the, the shadow ego stuff that we all deal with. And he said, isn't it just an amazing adventure, treasure hunt that we're on, to reclaim and rediscover this amazing wisdom and divinity within us. And it feels like when we're coming together in these retreats, it's like everybody comes in with just like a huge ticket to ride. Like, I'm here for the full ride in this lifetime, and I want to remember fully. I want to awaken. I want to be of service. I want to be free, right? So it's so wonderful to be together with like-hearted souls who are all present to be authentic and to support each other as we open these gifts together, right? And to love each other through the sticky parts, as you said, Aswani, because when you're unpacking some of this scar tissue, it can be tricky. But that's what we as the Magdalene midwives are here to do, to love ourselves and each other home.
Beautiful, my sister. Yes, the way of the Magdalene, which is all about love. And we certainly felt that in this upcoming retreat. The energies are around the triple goddess, but represented by the maiden, the mother, and crone, and Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, and Isis really representing those energies for us and holding those rose frequencies. So we'll be, this was the download that we received in terms of the focus for this particular retreat. We'll be working through the womb, the heart, and the third eye. And each of those beautiful goddesses, ascended beings, are going to be helping to facilitate that. And Mary Magdalene gave us a beautiful message, which I'm going to read to you because every time I read it, I just feel so anchored in the love and what we are birthing. Because when we join in sisterhood like this, we're not just doing it for those in the group, we're doing it for all of the collective and really connecting heart to heart. So this was the message that she brought forth. Hello, beloved sister of the rose. I'm honored to be with you on this journey. Thank you for answering the call of the mysteries of the rose. You have lived these mysteries in ancient lifetimes of your being. Now we come together to open you more deeply to the rose mysteries, secrets taught in the mystery schools of long ago in Lemuria, Atlantis, Egypt, Babylon, Avalon, and more. As we come together in sacred sisterhood, I, with Mother Mary and Isis, will open the holy grail mysteries of the womb, the heart, and the brow within you. The holy grail represents the living waters of your source being, the emanation of God, Goddess that is your true essence. Through the unveiling of the mysteries of the grail, we will move you through the stages of the feminine, maiden, mother, and crone, so you may embody these aspects fully and deepen into the sacred love, nourishment, and wisdom that Mother Sophia holds for you. If you are willing to meet the deepest parts of you in the shadows and allow them to merge with the living and healing waters of your holy womb grail. You will emerge as the higher and deeper essence of your true self, the source of you, the divine priestess and goddess within you. I look forward to being with you in Costa Rica in April of 2024. From my heart to your heart. Eternal love. Amor eternos. Maria Magdalena.
Thank you, Elohi, beloved
Beautiful.
sister.
Mm.
That is the beauty and power of the words that you received, and also the quality of your voice as you shared it with us. This is what I'm reminded of again and again, that the Sisterhood of the Rose is a song. It's a melody. It is each one of us playing our note, our tone, and weaving them together and alighting within each of us our own song of the soul, so that we come together and recognize in each other this great beauty that, may have been either suppressed or we experience sometimes. Often, we are healing this in the feminine, in the sisterhood, that shadow feminine, the old ways of feeling we either have to compete or compare, or we came in with a circuitry that is false, that lie or that illusion that there isn't enough, or just as I say, that comparison or judgment. And everything about the homecoming, about standing together in the circle with the Sisters of the Rose, is as though we're standing in a garden, a rose garden, and looking at all of the different blossoms, the different colors, the different sizes, the different textures, the different qualities that each rose possesses, that each one contributes to the greater beauty. And we start to feel and see each other and experience each other in this way of the parts, the sum of the parts is greater than the individual. And so coming together in this way, it's such a frequency that we experience together of the living light, of unity consciousness, and what it feels like and what it sounds like and what it looks like. So it's so beautiful to come together to experience this as we're creating it. We're making it up as we go, right? Discovering it in each other and encouraging each other to bring it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Pamela. Yeah, it reminds me, Aswani, I feel like, you really found, your power. I always say, that you're an amazing priestess. And yeah, I felt that by the end. I remember when Isis came in, she recognized you, and I could feel her connection to you. You have known that she's one of your guides. How did you feel when you were experiencing that?
Oh, well, it's interesting you bring that up because I I almost said that that was the most profound moment, but I feel like it was so profound. I think I told you, Elohi, that when you gazed into my eyes, I saw a past version of you, very ancient, wise, and then that Isis, it was like you embodied Isis completely, and when you sent or when you placed the aspect into me, I automatically felt that sensuality, that strength, that poise. I think I even sat up more straight in that moment. As if like, I couldn't slump at that point. I had to stay. It was just very fierce. Um, but very sensual. I felt like I wanted to move and dance and just be creative. So that experience was like, um, yeah.
Beautiful.
um, so yes, it was very profound. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to have more of that, right? Because Pamela and I have talked about having some movement, and I'm going to let Pamela talk a little bit about some of what you can expect at the retreat. But I just wanted to say that, you know, there's kind of this melding that Pamela and I, when we come together, there is, you know, sounding, there's spoken word, there's light language, there's song, you know, playing instruments. It is just this symphony that comes together that is so anchored in these rose frequencies and in love. And yeah, I'm looking forward to, you know, to being with all the women that, you know, many who have signed up already and those who are still, you know, being called to sign up for this particular retreat in Costa Rica. So, Pamela, maybe if you can talk a little bit about, you know, some of what we have planned, that would be awesome.
Yes, and I was going to mention too that we have 8 beautiful goddess sisters registered at this moment, and we have room for 7 or 8 more. So if you are hearing this tonight or on the replay, whenever it reaches your heart and ears, if you are feeling called to deepen into your own heart and any ways that your creativity is calling you, if you're wanting to deepen into a spiritual practice, literally any ways that you are feeling called to curate your own conscious evolution and your own liberation, your freedom this year in a joyful, sacred, safe, sweet container of beautiful women. We always say that we have the goddesses really putting it out there that all the women who are coming, it is really a highest and best for all concerned, for everything that we do, and it's amazing. It is just beautiful. It's divine how through we set our intentions. It was last summer, right, Elohi? We began setting the container and the intentions, and we really do magnetize everyone who is meant to join us. So, yeah, it is a sacred and divine alchemy of planning, preparing, receiving the downloads, shaping, and having an itinerary of what the themes and the transmissions and the workshops will be. And then in the moment, this is the part that is so mercurial and beautiful, is when Elohi and I are together, and then with all of the women who come, it's different every time based on who is there. We are then guided. Our guides are the angels, archangels, the sacred descended masters, begin to really inform all that we bring through, whether it be the sounds, the light language, the meditations. And I think the more that we get out of our own way, the more magical is the myth that unfolds between us and all of the women. So it's just this incredible sacred playground. And to describe where we're going to be at Mystica in Costa Rica, it is the most gorgeous retreat center, colorful and beautifully appointed. The accommodations are absolutely gorgeous. There are jungle cabins and a beautiful main lodge that when you open the door in the morning and step out, your first sunrise view is of Lake Arenal and the Arenal volcano, which is just stunningly beautiful. And I was there 8 years ago co-leading a retreat with one of the co-owners, Lori Miles Carullo. And, you know, she said, you'll wake up to the magic magical sounds of either the toucans chirping or howler monkeys, which can be a little bit ominous, but they're pretty fun too. You know, the tropical jungle sounds. And it really is alive. The energy is so vibrant, yet very, very soothing and soft and feminine. And where we will be gathering for the workshops and for yoga in the morning with Lori is the Yoga Shala, which is this beautiful walk through the jungle. You walk down a hill through the jungle, and when we come into the Yoga Shala, all around you is the beautiful tropical forest and the sound of a babbling river beside the Yoga Shala, which is just the nature sounds are intoxicating, and it creates the beautiful sanctuary for us to do this very intimate, deep work. So, as I said, we will be doing yoga several mornings with Lori, and we have an incredible excursion day planned to go to the Don Olivos Eco Farm, where we will taste Costa Rican coffee and yummy chocolate and meet the farmers. Apparently, this is an eco farm that has been in this area of Costa Rica for generations. Then we will head to a beautiful mineral springs called Ecotermales, where we will have lunch. And then we will dip into the warm waters of the mineral springs that are at the base of the volcano, that apparently are infused with all of these very healing minerals that are very good to soothe and tonify skin, muscles, and it's warm and it smells really good. So pretty, exquisite adventures that we had a choice, didn't we, Elohi, of which adventures and excursions we could choose. And we really wanted to stay on site for this retreat the majority of the time, because you know how sometimes at retreats you can be, hopping on a bus or kind of just a lot of toing and froing, which can be fun. But we wanted to really have this be more of a deepening into the sacred rest. And so this is one excursion day that we have. And then, within our schedule, there is a labyrinth on the property that people can go and do their own, vision questing. There are hammocks, beautiful views, exquisite food. And so we've really intentionally created this to be a time of balancing rest with movement and going within and allowing you to have time to journal and take a nap or take advantage of the many healing modalities. There's Reiki and massage in a treehouse, I might add. It's really beautiful. So yes, and there will be movement within the workshops. We really want to move the energy and be doing some sacred movement and ecstatic dance to go with the big, I would say the main buffet that Elohi you and I bring is through the sound alchemy. I would say that is what we share as our sound healing modality that encompasses all of the frequency medicine with messages and the relaxation that comes to the body, mind, and the galactic ones, the angelic ones that come to visit and sing through us. And it really just, the sky's the limit, right, sisters?
Yes. Yeah, and as you were
I was gonna
speaking,
say,
go ahead. Sorry, Aswani.
sorry. I was gonna say, my sister, you described that so beautifully. I don't think I'm gonna come back. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
Just,
I was
I'll
Hard to
just
feeling.
become
leave.
one with the monkeys at that point and live in the jungle. It sounds
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's very
I'm looking
beautiful.
forward to every part of it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, and I
really
was going to
beautiful.
say, Pamela, as you were speaking, I was getting this image of that each of us is a holy grail, and
Mm.
that this retreat is to pour into yourself this love that is your true essence. And I just kept seeing that image and remembering that we had talked about doing a water ceremony. And
Yes.
yeah, I just I feel like this is really about deepening our self-love and pouring into ourselves, that which is there for us to really embrace and embody. So yeah, I can't wait myself because I've never been there, and looking forward to it.
Yeah. There's, without a doubt, there's a reason they call Costa Rica, they refer to it as the land of pura vida, pure life. The first time I was there was, I think, 2007. So that's a long time ago. And as soon as I landed, within 24 hours, I could feel everything uncorking in me, just deep and divine relaxation. And, it is, the atmosphere of the tropical jungle. It's very humid, and I always find warmth and humidity just allows my body to relax even more. And there is something about the land herself, Mother Gaia. She just literally rejoices and shrieks in beauty, the color of the flowers and the plants, and to be in that technicolor beauty, and to hear the sounds of some of the insects are pretty loud. It's a living cacophony, textured with all of the different creatures. It just brightens your spirit. And I know when I'm there, I feel so much more connected to Mother Nature because she's so abundant and her beauty is so vivid in Costa Rica. And I know people do go there, Aswani, and don't come back. So we won't tell your sweet
Add me to
family
the
and your
list.
little boy, don't you? You have to come back.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
have to come back for my family, of
of
course, but
course.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be hard. It's been on my bucket list to get to Costa Rica. I've heard it's divine and a very free country, and I'm looking forward to it.
There might be more than
Yes.
one of us not wanting to come back.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. And I have to say that this is a very established retreat center. I believe it has been in existence for 30 years. And Lori, who I was mentioning, Lori Miles Carullo, who will be leading yoga for us and is one of the co-owners of Mystica with her partner Francesco, they met in Costa Rica at a yoga teacher trainer training event 15 or 16 years ago. And so Lori has been there for 15 years. And, I think the synergy of what she brought to Mystica, well, together, she and Francesco it's such a beautiful divine union of the masculine and the feminine. It's, pure Herogamos. And they hold such a deep and profound vision for the awakening of humanity. And every one of their retreats, I think when they first began, there were only a few every winter, and now it's from January to the end of April, booked virtually every week. I think there's only a few open spots in those 4 months. And they curate retreat events that are really in alignment with their spiritual integrity. And I've done many retreats at many different spiritual retreat centers around the world. And I have to say that, yes, this one is absolutely beautiful, and to be, a jewel in the crown of retreat centers. And for people that are wondering about the timing, towards the end of April, yes, it can be quite hot, but not oppressive, and it's before the rainy season. So, we who live in North America are going to be ready for some heat by April 20th, right?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It's been
Definitely.
quite cold.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, and I was going to say, I have heard there are a few people that are talking about the energy. It was Pam Gregory who was speaking about 2 weeks ago, and she was talking about some high points upcoming in the next few months. And she talked about April 20th specifically as being a gateway day, ushering in some profound heart energy for the planet. So I told you, Elohi, I said we chose these dates literally last February or March, almost a year ago, right?
yeah.
And so it's going to be an auspicious time energetically on the planet as well. And of course, everything we do, it's, completely divinely aligned, and not by happenstance. It's by, it's perfectly aligned that we're going to be there during a meteor shower and this beautiful astrological uplift.
Yeah, I think there's something else on the 23rd. I had heard one of the astrologers speaking. So, anyway, I think
Yeah.
that week was
Be
divinely
potent.
orchestrated.
Your
Yes.
higher
Absolutely.
selves must have had a meeting beforehand, so
You
I'm
got
sure
it.
that's
Yeah, for
good.
sure. Yes.
So I just want to remind people that under the video, you will see the link to our We Travel page where you can check out all the information. You can see what rooms are left. You can read the testimonials and the message from Mary Magdalene. There's also links for contacts for Pamela and myself. In case you have questions, you can certainly reach out to us.
Absolutely.
And I think we are going to close out here soon. I invite us just to close our eyes for a moment to really connect in with all these rose love frequencies that just by speaking them, we are connecting into them, remembering that within you, you are that holy grail of love, and that we are here to restore each other through love into the truth of our being, into the beings of light. We all are here at this time to support each other, to help humanity through this evolution. And so I just want to shower each of you in many, many blessings, in love, in peace, in compassion, in a deepening into who you truly are. The more you open your heart and deepen into that essence, that way of love that happens through the heart center, through that spiral of the rose frequencies that takes you deeper and deeper into the sacred heart, you open yourself up to the miracles, the goodness, the love, the abundance that is unlimited of this universe and beyond. We are opening to more and more of what we have forgotten. We are remembering how powerful we are, but power that is anchored in our divinity, in the love that is our true essence. I hold that for each of you, for all of humanity, that love may awaken, that it may arise within you, and that together in this sisterhood that we have created through many lifetimes, that we open our hearts, connecting heart to heart, soul to soul, body to body in this moment, and showering each other and all of humanity in the love that is pure, that is eternal. And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank
Amen.
you.
Aho, thank you. Thank you, Elohi. Such beautiful, divine anchoring words. Ah,
And thank
For
you, my
anybody
sisters.
listening, that is just a preview. It's even more powerful in person.
Oh, thank you, beautiful
Thank you both
Aswani.
for having me. It's been such a pleasure as always.
thank you for joining us. I always feel your inner sparkle and radiance. It's such a joy to be with you, and I can't wait to see you in April in Costa Rica.
Yes,
Yeah,
I can't wait to witness. Yeah, what breakthrough comes through for you now as you're moving through all these beautiful transitions in your life and really anchoring in who you are. Yeah, so
Thank
beautiful to
you.
witness.
we
Thank you so much. It
we
means
are
so
not
much.
meant to do this alone. And I feel like I'm reaching out to you hand to hand to hold hands. And I love that as we are beyond we are beyond a number and an age, and yet we are human. And I love that for our theme of maiden, mother, and crone, that you are bringing this beautiful embodied maiden energy, Aswani, and you're also a mother. You carry those two
Yeah.
beautiful energies so divinely, and there's a beautiful playfulness to you, and also you have the elder crone wisdom crown,
Yes, she
girl. You've got it
does.
all going on. So we have so much gratitude for
Thank
what
you.
feels like a divine and earthly privilege to be together in this way, because as you said, Elohi, it's true. We feel the call to gather. We feel the call to deepen in our own hearts and to liberate this love that we know is the truth of who we are. And it is a privilege to come together in a beautiful place like this in Costa Rica. So we do this for you, me, for all our relations, for every woman, man, child, and beast, that we may receive and give and embody this energy and become that holy grail till we are overflowing with it, that it
Yeah.
just becomes this living radiant waters that we can shower back. So as above, so below, as within, so without.
Oh,
Beautiful.
amen. Beautiful. And I'm so honored that I answered the call the first time, and the second time I know will be just as magical. So I am looking forward to it. Thank you again.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sisters. And I just want to share the words that my galactic guides, Ishtar, always say, to remember that you are love and you are loved. And we will be doing more of these as we continue ramping up the energy for this beautiful retreat in April. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to any of us. Lots of love and
Oh,
blessings.
and on a practical note, I also wanted to mention that because I am in Canada, the retreat is in US dollars. So if you are interested in coming with a friend, we have a beautiful offering for you at the moment, a special offer that if you come with a friend, you will each receive 150 US dollars off your registration fee. So just a wee encouragement to lighten the load a bit, and may all abundance shower you. We are, as you said, Aswani, at the beginning, I'm feeling it too. And I know you are, Elohi. We are all releasing all of the cobwebs from any of the places that there was any lack, limitation, scarcity, and freeing ourselves that we may be in service in an even more abundant and prosperous way. And all that we need comes to us now by divine right, in perfect order, for the highest good of all. And you also
Beautiful.
have a little coupon just to keep it real.
Thank you, my sister.
Yeah.
Yes, important to share that with everybody. If you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to us. So lots of love and blessings, and we're going to be
Yes.
closing out here now. Take care,
Much love.
everyone.
Thank
Blessings and
you.
love.